Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. So I think we're in an okay position. We're about to lose Grunberg. We're recruiting a second army which will help us take down this stack of orcs. I know they're just orcs, but we're also just basically the worst troops on the Empire roster. We're not able to trivially wipe out a 20 stack of orcs just yet. What we need is assistance. We also need more income. It's okay to hemorrhage for a little while when you're at 9,000 gold, but this army's going to have to get a lot larger for it to be useful. Oh, he's not actually in the settlement. Hold on.
Sigma lightens my steps.
They spawn next to the settlement. With like 1 point of movement, so you can move them in if you want. So, in terms of fixing our income up, I know I wanted to save population for Altdorf, but maybe it's worth upgrading Helmgart or Eilhart just to be able to build weaving houses alongside the growth buildings? Yeah, probably. And next turn we'll have another population surplus point, and we can do it in the other one too. We have to get a solid financial foundation for this second army. And we are not repairing Grunberg while it is still under active siege. That seems like a waste of money. I don't even know how we would get the money to the workmen who would go to Grunberg and fix it. So I expect they'll burn it this turn. Yeah. And then I don't know what they'll do. Oh, wow. I wish that the traits would tell you how you earned them. I guess this is just like being in a province that has a farm. But that's a pretty handy trait.
Ever vigilant.
You know, I don't think he's going to be ready to take on the rebellion that's going to spawn. Okay, how about this? We'll move Gelt up to here so that he's in position to go after rebels if they spawn. And then we'll put him in ambush mode. And if the orcs try to ride this way toward Helmgart, or if they try to go up, we might even catch them if they go up to Altdorf if they take a weird path. How much movement do I need to ambush? 25%? I guess the smart thing to do would be to move as far out as possible, so that we're more likely to catch them if they try to go to Altdorf. Yeah, and this way his army's in position to deal with that as well. Okay. So let's build a weaving house, and we can upgrade our wharf, which we definitely should do. It currently gives 200 income, could be given 400, and also there's tech associated with it. And in 2 turns, Helmgart will have an open slot. Okay. I guess we ought to put the upgrade into Eilhart as well. We're going to have pretty good growth. We should have good enough growth to get Altdorf leveled up pretty quickly. We're going to need way more money if we're going to have this second army running around. And I didn't recruit any troops that turn because I'm getting concerned about the treasury. So let's see what the orc army does. Nothing. They just sit there. They went into encampment mode. Okay, we've been asked by potential allies to sabotage their enemies' war efforts by raiding their supplies. Missenlin wants us to raid the Crooked Moon. That is not going to be feasible, especially since the Crooked Moon lost Karak Asgaraz. They're down here to the south somewhere. I can't get to that.
By the comet.
Alright, so do we want this guy to go blue line or green line? Reduction in corruption, better assault action. He does have increased chance of assassination pretty early in his line. He could become an assassin. Oh, but he has map-wide healing whenever he casts. Yeah, okay. Magic. Life Bloom is really good. At least I think it's really good. It seems really good. Alright, let's put down the rebellion. This will make us a little bit of money, too, which will help smooth things out until our income is back in order. Is it worth pardoning the captives? 575? Probably not. Oh, hey. What is that? That's a pretty good pendant. Where did... Where did Henry van Volkvan... Wow. Henry van Volkvan. What a horrible name. I guess they tried to rescue it with Henry, but the rest of this thing is such a monstrosity, there's really nothing you can do.
Follow me.
Let's just execute the captives. We may be fighting these orcs pretty soon. Let's get the leadership bonus.
You summon me.
I sort of summoned you. So what does his red line look like? Charge resistance is pretty cool. That's a nice skill to have. I don't think it'll be that relevant fighting these goblins, but the other human forces probably will have cavalry eventually. Attack and defense for sort of like the basic Empire foot units. Bonus damage for missiles. Bonuses for your mounted ranged units. Yeah, I don't know. These don't seem that great. Okay, weapon strength for great swords and like Empire Knights and stuff. This one's pretty good. Ammunition and missile damage for artillery. A ward save for steam tanks. Ward save is just general damage reduction. That does seem pretty okay. I want to have steam tanks. I want them so bad. Maybe we have enough magic. Like what's transmutation of leads? Serious debuff for enemies. That's a lot of lost damage. Causes severe damage to combatants, strong versus character. He attempts to just straight up transmute people into gold. I kind of want to take that, but maybe we should push up the red line to get these bonuses. Maybe we should push up the blue line because like lightning strike is incredibly powerful. Minus attrition, minus recruitment cost. These are not great, these blue line skills. I like lightning strike a lot, but yeah, a lot of his lines seem to be not great, with a couple of impressive things sort of sprinkled in. Well, I mean, to be fair though, Honest Steel is going to have a bigger effect now than it will at any other point in the game, right? It's an early game sort of skill. We've got a little bit of magic. Let's go up the red line. I'm prepping for steam tanks. I want steam tanks. I don't know anything about them except that they look really cool, and I want them real bad. I guess we can do the ambush thing again. We're kind of injured. But, like, we'll go to here, sit in ambush mode, and maybe the orcs will fall for it. Actually, this is a bad idea.
Yes.
If we successfully ambush them, I guess it could work out, but maybe I want to be closer to the city when I do this.
I am innocent.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna march hard back to Helmgart, and I'm gonna go into ambush mode outside Helmgart. That's a brilliant plan. Okay, next turn we'll have a little bit more income. We'll almost be balanced next turn. The turn after that, we will be balanced. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. And we're about to finish our first tech. This is probably a good thing to have before we raise a large army anyway, right? We do need to get our province back under control, but one thing at a time. Actually, maybe we should just sit in Helmgart to provide a little bit of extra public order. Give us a little buffer. And we could use the extra public order anyway. Okay, so this is a 2-turn construction. Leveling these up provides an extra 125. Man, the Empire's gold buildings are really good. Alright, so our units are now more experienced when we recruit them. The speed here, this doesn't refer to campaign map speed. This is battle map speed. This is fine, but not amazing. Let's get leadership instead. And next turn, actually, we'll re-examine our tech choices in a second here, because as soon as the harbor is upgraded, we have access to another set. So we might put the leadership bonus on hold for a moment. Alright, well, they're raiding us.
Let us begin.
I suppose that makes sense. They're rating us really well, too. They're doing a really excellent job.
Are you?
Bohemond of Baston. Man, I wish these guys had warmed up to our bribe a little bit more. Well... Shoot. They're far enough away that we can't get to them.
True servant of Sigma.
If we could attack them with just a little bit of backup, I'd feel more confident. Man. Oh, Stirland resettled Grunberg, and rather than immediately take it back, they rode over here and...
Greetings, my countrymen. You come in peace on this fine Marktag?
Do we not have trade? Oh, you know what? When we lost control of Grunberg, we lost the road to the east. So our trade agreements all broke. Or, wait, maybe we never had one with him. Oh, yeah, we don't have one with Talabekland anymore. So, yeah, that's what happened. Okay,
I
Stirland.
will listen, but my time is short.
I need you to join in my war against Skull Smashers. You already don't like them. They suck. We all know they suck. And in exchange, I will... Shoot, they don't want... There's nothing that they want from me. Please do this? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. We're going to have to get some things that they actually want. Alright, so the Imperial Harbor. Plus 10 growth in all provinces. Plus money everywhere forever. Plus 10% income from ports. This is another 40 income right now. And it'll become much better later. This is actually probably not any money for us right now because we don't have any trade agreements. You know what? Give me some sea charts. We will have a bunch of ports eventually. Especially once we take Marienburg. That's going to be a lot of money. So maybe what we do here is we advance, but we do it in ambush mode so that it's not safe for them to approach us. We try to get to a position where we can attack them, but also bring our reinforcements in at the same time.
Wind of Shammon, I will.
I'm a little worried. Honestly, this is not going super well. It's a lot of orcs, dude. And then we're going to have to figure this out. Maybe we can get Stirland to confederate, or maybe we just have to march on them. Well, they rode right into my ambush. A great migration comes to our borders, demanding shelter from larger threats abroad. I know how you guys feel. Do we let them cross into our territory or turn them away? What's our public order right now? Hold on, can I do this in a moment? No. Well, the growth in our province would be okay. Our public order is going to crater pretty soon anyway. We're going to have to put down another rebellion. So it might be that the public order thing doesn't... Ah, man. -8 for 10 turns is harsh, though. No, I don't... Let's... As much as I hate to say do nothing, let's do nothing. Okay, Eilhart can take on a weaving house. I'm going to go
Moving off.
back to near Helmgart and
Well,
try this again. Maybe it'll work this time. I can't believe this. This is some very... That's not even really contiguously linked. It looks like it on the map, but... That's very annoying. Well, Stirland might be our first conquest. Okay, our growth is still pretty solid. We need 4 to go up to the next level. The jump from level 3 to level 4 is not nearly as impressive income-wise. But we sure could use the extra building slots. I need these orcs to make a mistake. Or I need these orcs to keep chilling while I get my income in place and recruit a second, half stack or quarter stack. And then ride on them together. Let's see what they do. Oh, they have a second army. A second army that presumably is having fightiness problems. Yeah, I did not I did not help you, and I will not help you. Grom. Okay, this army cannot take the garrison of Eilhart.
What?
But all of a sudden, the long term is now in favor of him, not me.
Do not waste my potential.
And if we ride north to crush these guys, we lose Helmgart. This is actually I'm getting out strategied by these orcs. That's what's happening right now.
Honored to serve.
All right, let's actually. You know what? Well, I was gonna say let's move them forward and then start doing it, but if we do that, the orcs will just turn around and crush them. Actually, hold on.
Champion of the faith.
Can he travel down the river and get to Eilhart this turn?
I will do anything for Sigmar.
Oh, Toddbringer's not going to like that, and he's certainly not going to give us military access. But you know what? Nothing for it.
Sigmarite Arch-Lector.
Okay, we can't recruit, but now this army's in a much better position to contribute to this struggle. I should probably have done that a couple turns ago. Public order is back to negatives. The military crackdown bonus is wearing off. Well, this is not great. We could really use an ally in this fight, and nobody respects us enough to be that for us. Oh, yeah, I was thinking Ugrok can't reach the settlement, but he can go in march mode and get close enough to reinforce and have the other guy do it. Well, shit. In a sense, this is extremely bad. But in another sense, this is extremely bad. There's actually no upside to this. I'm just... And none of our ambushes are working. Marienburg wants us to kill Bretonnians again. It's not happening. I don't care about my relations with Marienburg. Alright, let's get Life Bloom.
Let us begin.
These guys are now tired, right? Because they just marched. They're not actually close enough to their allies for reinforcements, and they did take some minor losses.
Now,
Yeah, Gelt. Now.
by the comet.
Really? Boy, I just don't... Really? We can't do any better than that? Hold on. I'm going to press the auto-resolve button and see what it does. I think it's going to kill us. And then we'll we'll reload. And I guess I'll do it manually. Oh no, okay. Pyrrhic victory. You know what? You can't spell Pyrrhic victory without victory. Let's gain leadership. Did he run to a place where he gets reinforcements? He did. He should not be allowed to do that. So if we attack again, it's probably going to be pretty bad. I mean, I'm doing it.
Ulrich's will.
We got to ride him down. No, I'm not pardoning orcs. You kidding me? You know what everybody else would think of me?
Pick up the pace.
Okay. We've unlocked some new regiments of renown.
Ready.
We killed Grom, the lesser of those lords. That's a start.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
Alright, recolonizing Eilhart. Now that lord that we lost there, he was still level 1, he was still a nobody, so I don't feel too bad about it. Yeah, I guess a man died or whatever, but let's try bringing on another Arch-Lector. I think the idea of a guy who has battle prayers is really cool, but I'm assuming that Arch-Lectors are worse fighters than lords, so it's probably easier for normal lords to get an army off the ground. Actually, you know what? We'll recruit him next turn. We won't be able to really afford to recruit a lot of troops to his army after paying the 825 to hire him, and just by existing, he'll lower our income. So next turn when we have more money to hire troops for him, we'll hire a new one, and start building up that second army again, because we really should have a second army. That's an important thing. Actually, we should... It's an extra 125 gold. It pays off pretty quickly. Yeah, we should do that. Maybe I'll worry about a second army after I get my first army back up. Yeah, we can't stay weak for very long. Our enemies and neighbors in general will pounce on that. Yeah, I have to say, I was kind of surprised that the auto-resolve bar was showing so much red, because I really did think we had it there. Balthazar Gelt has always been fascinated with the purity of gold. In his eyes, no other metal can compare. He has labored long in probing its secrets, and inevitably these studies have led him toward solving the ultimate mystery of transmutation, the permanent transformation of base iron into gold. Now his search is nearing its goal, but the Supreme Patriarch requires raw materials for his research. We have to gain access to iron. Also, our warriors range deep into hostile lands. That's not correct. But all is not well. Dark omens... Okay. The army is fettered by Morsleib's glare. This is one of the moons. So we can pay 1,500 to improve the omens and gain a bunch of leadership, or we can do nothing. I'm going to do nothing. It's a moon. Everybody calm down. We need that money. Alright. Let's upgrade our income structures. Just kind of take a moment here. Do I want to recruit flagellants? What's... So they're slightly better... No, they're slightly worse fighters than swordsmen. Although part of this is I have a buff for swordsmen, right? But they have frenzy. Yeah, I'm going to stick with swordsmen. They're cheaper. That definitely plays a role right now. Well, nobody declared war on us despite us having less than one full army. So that's good. You definitely can end up in situations where you get weakened by a bad fight and then everybody around you sees that as an opportunity. We're 8 turns off of having enough money to upgrade or having enough population to upgrade Altdorf. I think I'm not going to improve Eilhart's base building. Let's save that population. I am going to build a weaving house instead of a growth building, though. Alright, we lost all our spears. You know, the spears are just not relevant right now. I'm not going to build anymore. Okay, you need a blacksmith to make halberds. We have some ranged units. Yeah, let's just get swords. Let's get back to a stack. So we can defend ourselves a little bit more effectively. Now, I know that the Skull Smashers city is over here. I would love to wipe them out. But... Okay. Well, Carrick Ziflin has declared war on us. That actually might be good for us in the long term if we can survive it, because they're also at war with Bastogne. So fighting them will be good for our relationship with Bastogne. Alright. This is something that will eventually be useful. I mean, growth is always useful. We'll grab that. It's okay now, and it will become better than okay as we continue to claim land. Let's not spend money on that. I guess let's finish recruiting dudes. These guys do have better weapon strength than swords. They don't have a lot of armor-piercing weapon strength. I'm a little concerned about armor, obviously, because of the fact that human and dwarven armies usually have some. It's not necessarily a huge amount, but... So as long as we can fight Carrick Ziflin without actually losing anything serious, the war will be good for us. It would be nice if they never attacked us. If this was one of those things where they just like declare war on us and then walk back and forth in their territory and then give up. Oh.
The laws of chivalry demand I hear you.
Bastogne lost the city on our border. Man, I'm concerned. Hey, Grunberg, how you doing?
Approach and make your offer.
Trade?
But I make no.
We gotta get some trade goods, man. So they're at war with Wissenland and Talabecland. Would you guys trade? No. We could really use a little bit more income. We're gonna have to start giving gifts, probably. And we gotta improve our diplomatic relations somehow, right? It's another 125, although this one is gonna take 20 turns to pay off. Maybe let's start giving gifts. I'm thinking that we go in with Talabecland so that we can declare war on Stirland, take back our territory, and maybe take Stirland by force. Maybe we get a treaty or something, but...
will come in peace.
Ooh, is a defensive alliance a good idea? They're at war with, like, everybody. Which is kind of like, you don't want a defensive alliance with somebody who's going to get declared on a lot, but they've already been declared on by everybody, so maybe it's okay. Making friendly with these guys would make it harder for us to be friendly with the entire northeastern part of the empire. All of these provinces are in the northeast, but that might be fine. So what are we at with them? We're at rapidly deteriorating for some reason. Treaties with Stirland. Yeah, they don't like that. Yeah, alright. Screw Stirland. Let's make nice with these guys. So, what I'm actually going to do is go to Stirland, break our non-aggression pact. Well, actually, you know what? What we'll do is we'll move our army over there first.
Sigmar's will. Do not
And if Grunberg is mostly undefended, then we'll... We should break the pact now, though.
Now what brings you here?
Alright, that'll give us a small positive modifier with these guys. They do like it when you break treaties with their enemies. And I suppose if we're going to attack them, let's break this too.
Me making demands.
Alright, now our situation's actually improving. And Wissenland should like that as well, right? Yeah, good, good, good. Do we have... We do have non-aggression with them.
Greetings, my countrymen. You come in peace on this fine Marktag?
Interesting. So the fact that they'll confederate with us means that they're totally boned. They're strength rank 53. They're losing their war with the Crooked Moons. Let's do it. Oh, they have iron apparently. Cool. Dwarfs have ever been adept at fashioning metal, and Gelt suspects that their smiths may have uncovered secrets that will be useful to him. However, their methods are guarded more closely than their lives, and the Supreme Patriarch will need to employ guile to wrest the knowledge he needs from their ancient halls. He dispatches a hero to negotiate with the dwarves. Deploy a hero in a dwarf province. Okay, we'll get there. So what does Wissenland have left? Just Nuln. Nuln has a gunsmith already. Nuln has additional walls on top of their normal walls. They have a 16-unit garrison, so this place is pretty, what do you call it? Secure. We picked up... we picked up a small, very bad army. We're about to lose Fyldorf. I didn't realize that we were gaining access to iron there. That's handy. And now that we've confederated, we can start a second army led by Karl Franz. I'm assuming this will unlock next turn. Put myself in a little bit of a position here, but Nuln, we're going to lose Fyldorf. I'm going to just disband this army, I think. What level are you? You are level 1. Yeah. Should we... You know what? I'm going to try to actually get these guys north. I don't want an army led by this dude. Oh, he's not going to make it. He's not going to be able to get far enough north.
So,
Yeah. I was going to try to hand off his cannons to Karl Franz, but it's not going to work. So Fyldorf falls, that's fine. but Nuln will hold. And Nuln is special. Can I see the building browser? Yeah. I know this. Nuln is the place where all of the really cool siege stuff in the Empire is built, so it has a special building to represent that. The Nuln Cannon Foundry, in addition to making all of your artillery cheaper and much more experienced, provides even more garrison. Nuln is basically impregnable. Especially if we bother to get the walls upgraded. So I think Nuln will hold against the Crooked Moons just fine.
I am the Supreme Patriarch.
We're gonna have to move on Grunberg right now, I think. It's possible that I'm biting off more than I could chew here, but we're making friends at the same time we're making enemies, right? Okay, Baston got obliterated. And chaos is stirring in the north. There are rumors that the barbarous tribes residing in the shadow of chaos have ceased striving against each other for the attention of the dark gods, and are instead banding together. That's not good for us. Suckling at the teat of chaos, gross. That has got to be a gross teat, right? Of all the teats in the universe, that's like very near the bottom of the list. The hordes grow in strength. It seems only a matter of time before the dam breaks and a tide of ruin bursts forth to engulf the old world, corrupting or destroying all in its path. Yeah, alright. Also, Brayherds, horned beasts that stand upright in a vile parody of man. This is bad. Beastmen. Where are there going to be beastmen? They're going to be... Oh, right there they're going to be. Okay, Averheim. That's maybe good for us because it might mean Averheim is too busy to worry about us. Okay, Earthblood. You can just cast a heal on somebody. Plus weapon damage, plus missile resistance. Good against AP damage. Wow, that is a lot of armor. Actually, that sounds pretty good. That's a lot of armor, dude. Yeah, let's take plus 60 armor. That's got to be a pretty good spell. We could definitely take Grunberg back. That would be no problem.
Yes, that will work.
And I mean, we've pissed off Stirland massively, intentionally. Oh. Okay, so for 4 turns, our public order is all screwed up. We actually might have to... Yeah, we're going to have to keep our army home to deal with the rebellion that's about to spawn. Alright, we'll deal with you. Oh, he's marshalling right now, though. He's mustering forces. He's going to have an actual army in place pretty soon. And the diplomatic penalty that we have with them is going to make it hard for me to get a treaty out of them as well. It kind of looks like Talabheim is going to fall soon. Man, I really can pick my allies, huh? Well, it's now or never on this, I think. If we allow him to muster this force, can we check what is his strength rating? He is 32, we are 27. So he doesn't even have a full stack, because we're rated above him, and we have just one stack of the worst possible troops, basically.
Deliver your missive and then get from my presence.
We're doing it. Unreliable. I guess I'm breaking treaties all the time.
By the comet,
I deserve that. Listen, we'll show him reliability later.
I shall be victorious.
Alright, a trivial, decisive victory.
Wind of Shaman, I will.
Van Horstman's Speculum. You can hex a bunch of units around you. That actually doesn't seem bad. We're not equipping that? We didn't... Hold on. Alright, now we have a potion of speed. No. This seems better. We should probably put that sword on him. We are, by the way, 100% going to have a rebellion. That's fine. You know, we're here. We're ready to deal with it. We have a lot of income. This might be a good time to upgrade to a barracks. because we're going to, in the near future, be upgrading Altdorf so we get another slot. We'll build probably... Actually, I don't know if we'll build a gunsmith or an armory. But anyway, let's get a barracks. We should probably start upgrading Grunberg. Is that maybe more important than Altdorf? Where is the... Okay, the smithy line actually does max out pretty early. So we could have an armory in one of our little settlements. My thinking is that we need to put proper walls on Grunberg. It's going to be vulnerable. Yeah, you know what? We'll do this. We'll demolish this building. We'll build a smithy and defensive structures and stuff in Grunberg. Grunberg's going to have to be able to stand without our army standing in it. I don't know. I'm biting off a lot here, but I think it's going to be okay. So minus 25% cooldown to all your spells. I think the limiter for us is less cooldown and more the winds of magic, I think, right now. Okay, and our swordsmen and stuff are getting pretty good. Getting better. They're still probably not anywhere near good. And somehow Faldorf was not taken. The Crooked Moons all just kind of disappeared. So do I want to start recruiting Karl Franz's army now? We have to be ready for threats, and it takes a while for that to happen. Yeah, okay, let's get to it. So total army upkeep will increase by 425, but Karl himself is free to hire.
Summon the Elector Counts. Make haste, men.
Alright. So thanks to Nuln, we can build a mortar.
I will.
I guess let's do that. It'll be cool to have a mortar. Mortars seem okay. And since we know he's just going to sit here and recruit... Well, there's no reason to spend the extra gold now. We may want it for something in a moment. Oh yeah, this time we actually probably can even hold the province. Well, I guess the Skull Smashers are going to come eventually. That's what Karl Franz's army needs to do. He needs to go to Eilhart as soon as he's done recruiting mortars. Well, alright, so let's... Growth and trade... Oh, we don't have any trade, so never mind. Imperial taxation is maybe a good way to go. I think we're not going to try to host a Festag. We're going to let the rebellion happen, put it down, and then we might switch to this. But for now, I think taxation. Well, actually, if we did the Festag, we'd go to 16 public order, or minus 16. No, so we'll still go to minus 85, because it won't kick in until the beginning of the next turn. And then from minus 85, minus 16 still gets us a rebellion in 2 turns. So I think Karl Franz's army is in fact not going to be ready. We're going to have to walk Gelt back. And that's true no matter which way we do this. So as soon as the Confederation penalty wears off, I'm going to try to pursue peace with Stirland. I don't really want to be at war with them. I just needed Grunberg. Yeah, so everybody that we're allying with is doing a terrible job, and everybody who hates us is really flourishing. This has some long-term consequences, I have to imagine. Oh, what? A cult of Tal within Talabheim has grown in power and fermented resentment over Sigmar's ascendancy, supposedly at Tal's expense. A religious war within the borders of the Empire is now almost a certainty. Well, I guess if we're going to get a big relations penalty, it's best that it's with these guys, because first of all, they're weak, and secondly, they're not likely to come to blows with us over it, but you know what would be neat is some positive events. We could use a positive event. Oh, did the... Huh. How come our public order went up so much? Oh, provincial instability. Part of the problem was provincial instability. So... Karl Franz's army actually probably will be able to deal with the rebellion himself. He's got a couple more turns to prepare.
The Empire.
So let's build him out a little bit more. So in 2 turns, he's going to have 11 units. Yeah, that should be sufficient to put down the rebellion. Alright, Grunberg needs defensive structures. It can't build them yet. I guess I'm actually not going to build anything in Grunberg, maybe? We could build the growth building. Our money is pretty good right now. Just a lot of taxation. Yeah, growth building. It's also a replenishment building. I mean, it does matter. So what is Sterling's strength right now? If we're not going to need Gelt to walk back, maybe we go forward and conquer the rest of Stirland. Taking over Stirland puts us on the border with the vampires, though. And maybe I want Stirland between me and them for now. We go south and reclaim Wissenberg. Or we could head west and try to deal with the Skull Smashes. Are we at war with the Crooked Moons? We are not. Presumably we could take them out, though. Who is at war with them? Carrick Norn and Clan Angrund. We can maybe curry some favor with some dwarves. In 2 turns, we'll have the ability to hire an Empire Captain. I think I will do that, and I'll run the Empire Captain over to Carrick Ziflin and deploy him for the quest. So how do we negotiate? The Empire playthrough is a little bit more tricky in terms of diplomatic negotiation, a little bit less so in terms of...
My hand hovers close to my blade.
Okay. A little bit less so in terms of military stuff. We could take Wurtbad, but do I want Wurtbad? I guess it does have wine.
I will listen, but my time is short.
Really? He is not down for trade. I was hoping to get him before that big penalty kicked in. So actually, wine's not going to do anything for us because we cannot, under any circumstances, get anybody to trade with us.
You summon me.
So what does Gelt do? You know what? Gelt's going to go march on those orcs. Well, actually, I guess Gelt in the long term is going to march on those orcs. Do I need to stay put for a turn or two, though? Grunberg's not defended right now. Yeah, actually, and if we leave Grunberg, the rebellion will happen sooner, because we're getting military presence bonuses, so... Let's stay put in Grunberg for a couple of turns. We can build up the beginnings of Grunberg's walls and stuff. And then, once the rebellion is put down by Karl Franz, then we march to the west and we try to deal with those skull smashes once and for all. Okay, Tempelhof has been obliterated.
It is time. Very well, I will do this.
That's not a big surprise. Tempelhof sucks.
I command here. Of course.
And then more swords? I don't know, we could get some flagellants, I guess. Them being unbreakable is cool. And they do end up having a lot of weapon damage. Sure, we'll get a couple of units of flagellants. We'll try to maneuver them into flanks rather than fighting head-on because they don't have any armor on. But that should be fine. I do wonder if units like that, really low defense units, maybe are more likely to get wiped out during an auto-resolve? Oof. Well, Ostland does not really care for us. And now they're on our doorstep. Okay, Reichland's about to rebel. Let's get
On it.
another unit of flagellants and... Yeah, okay, so we'll be at a 14 stack when it's time to fight the rebels.
Let us begin.
And this seems like an okay time to march. Hey, Kemperbad.
You dare come at me making demands? Call yourself men of the Empire?
This will be a lot easier to do once the Confederation penalty wears off next turn. Until then, we probably can't move this army. What we can do is get working on this. Oh, it actually is very expensive. Okay, well, can we start? Yeah, we can start building the guardhouse. Once Grunberg is level 3, we'll build the walls, and then I'll feel a lot safer. It's not necessarily the case that people can't just walk into it and take it, but the AI is much more reticent to attack walled cities. Hi, what's up? Which guy are you? Ostermark, I think. Okay, Thomas Aldrich has returned. We did not kill any Bretonians for Marienburg. The game is viewing that as a failure. I don't really agree.
Men, we must attack.
Alright, Karl Franz is going to have to get very used to putting down rebellions. This is going to be his job for a while.
Sigma
Wow. What? Why did those guys get to run so far?
And Emperor.
Okay, what is cool about Karl Franz? Plus leadership for pretty basic units. +1 Lord recruit rank in all provinces. That's kind of cool, I guess. Actually, we should look at his trait here, too. Alright, just 2. Never mind. It's not very interesting. So, improved Reichsguard. Reichsguard are one of the basic cavalry units. Improved greatswords. Improved recruit rank for Empire captains. So we do get an extra captain capacity out of 1 point in the skill, so it's probably worth taking. Weapon strength plus 10% and unbreakable. That's a good skill. We're going to take Route Marcher. I'm going to take Route Marcher on everybody because it's really good.
My men. To war.
Campaign movement is it's the best thing. Alright, so let's wipe these nerds out. Then we have a significant public order bonus. We made a decent amount of money off of them.
Move. Summon the Elector Counts. Yes.
Try to get
unite the provinces.
back to Altdorf. We can get a little bit of extra public order out of him being in Altdorf, and during this period of military crackdown, we can get our public order a little higher. Okay, so it looks like he has he has the same blue line as the other guy. And we actually will put him on a horse. He actually, he's good at fighting. He can actually be a cavalry unit, basically.
I command here.
All right. We're saving money mostly for the defense of Grunberg. So these guys are going to go up to just -11 with us. We need to have, how much money? We need to have 3,000 gold to upgrade Grunberg's garrison the rest of the way. And I really would like to get a smithy going, so that's another 4,000. So basically what I'm saying is I don't really have the spare cash to be giving a lot of gifts right at this second. Okay, we now have a barracks, so we can get -5% upkeep on almost all of our units. Plus recruitment capacity, that's very strong, but it's not super important right this second. I do like minus upkeep on everybody. We still don't have any trade. Yeah, alright. Sorry about that. Alright, let's I guess let's just leave all our armies sitting in the places that they are already in. That feels kind of bad, but you know what? Actually, I was going to save population for Altdorf, but maybe we should upgrade Helmgart as well and put walls on that. No, let's save money. I need a smithy.
Greetings.
War? Okay, they cut their non-aggression pact. A step toward war. I mean, the vampires are going to come for us It's gonna happen. There's no two ways about that. Now that the Confederation penalty is wearing off, though, we might be able to get peace from Stirland, which might make things a little bit easier for us.
Why talk to you? The Grand Theogonists should declare you traitors and heretics.
Wow, harsh. First of all, I can't be the traitor. I can't be a traitor, I am the Empire. And secondly, heretics. I don't think he has any evidence of that. He's just mad. Alright, so we can't build the blacksmith until we free up the slot anyway. So at that time we're going to need 7,000 gold, because we're going to want to upgrade. We're going to want to do both of these slots at once. Yeah, okay, so we sit still for a bunch of turns. I don't know, it doesn't feel right. I'm worried that the moment I abandon Grunberg, either one of these forces here is going to turn on me, or Stirland's going to show up with a stack. Yeah, let's just push the timescale forward a little bit. We can move Karl Franz to the west. Actually, that's probably a good idea.
I hold Galmaraz. You may bow.
All right. Yeah, not good. Not good. We're definitely going to war in the very near future. Man, who would have thought that turning on all my allies would have consequences? Although, to be fair, I didn't turn on all my allies. Chaos Corruption going up +3 for 10 turns. Like the 3,000 gold is great, but Chaos Corruption going up 30 points is going to have some serious effects that I don't think we're ready to deal with. It will lower public order. It will make our armies replenish less effectively, I believe. It's bad. It's bad all the way around.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Ooh, boy, Marienburg would be... Marienburg's going to be tough to take. That might not be quite as easy as I've been making it out to be. Alright, I don't know how long it's going to take to build the walls in Grunberg, but I do not feel safe leaving Grunberg until it is done. Oh, I forgot. We're going to hire an Empire captain. We want to push along that quest, and also we want that captain for Karl Franz's army. Is Carrick Ziflin at war with Marienburg? And maybe we can get Marienburg to confederate. While the Emperor's armies march forth, our nobles barter with each other, claiming great swaths of land for themselves. Should the common man, the brave soldier, not have a farmstead on which to retire? Yeah, I mean, I reckon he should, but can we afford the consequences of that? So we can take back the farmland, give our forces a big leadership bonus, but tank our public order for 10 turns. Or we can take a bribe, which we could use, but not. We should try not to fight humans for a while. I think we're going to do that. We're about to spend a lot of money really quickly here, so... Oh, because we have livestock in this... Yeah, we have pastures. So what is the actual effect of this? You know, horse cavalry is not my primary concern at the moment. Alright, and we have enough money to do some more recruiting. Karl Franz is going to have to sit and recruit for at least 2 turns. So, is there anything we want from the global pool? We could wait until handgunners are available. Or no, we're not building a gunsmith, sorry. We're building a blacksmith. Yeah, let's not wait. And I don't think we probably need a second unit of mortars. Let's just get more dudes, I guess. More generic dudes. In general, dudes. These guys are weak. I just don't think these guys are good for the thing we're doing. Although, actually, Karl Franz's army might be hunting orcs. These are probably pretty good against orcs, actually. Yeah, okay, we'll get a couple units. That gives us 5 units of range. That's probably enough for one army. Alright, well, I'm concerned that things are about to slide. Things are about to get a lot worse for us very quickly. It would be good if he had a horse. Get him around the battlefield a little faster. And now the question, do we wait for Altdorf, or do we upgrade Helmgart now? We should probably upgrade Helm. By the time Helmgart is in danger, it'll be too late to react, right? So, and in fact, with that in mind, maybe I cut the growth building. I love growth, but maybe I cut the growth building to start constructing defensive structures now. Yeah. With enemies to the west, and we have no idea what's going on over here, it's probably better safe than sorry. Losing any of Reichland at this point would be potentially disastrous. Oh hey, Beastmen. Wonderful. That's what we need, is to be raided. Region of the Empire. This region of the Empire has been forsaken by Sigmar. So says Volkmar the Grim. It is ripe for plunder. You get 1,500 gold for moving an army into Wurtbad and raiding. And this is Wurtbad right here. Well,
I am ready. Are you?
We're never going to get this guy to be friends with us again, so...
Agreed.
We did it! What is the state of... Okay, yeah. Public order is actually a real problem. Down south, we're going to have to move to Nuln. The rebellion will appear outside Nuln. It always appears outside the capital of the region if you own the capital. Let's start building that. Well, I'm sorry if fortifying and just sort of like making sure we have some control is not super exciting, but I do think this is necessary. We need to be able to go out basically marauding without risking losing our homeland, and that's going to require basically walls everywhere. Oh, there's a second Beastman army quite a bit closer to us. Alright, a little bit of free money for the treasury. Dwarves are confederating, which is, you know, that's what dwarves do. Fissenland is about to freak out, so we're going to have to go over there.
Yes, that will do. Step to it.
I do want them to do it, though. Yeah, so we'll stand right outside the city so that we're not...
Who calls?
Why am I taking attrition? Oh, I'm in a swamp. Ew.
It is best to move.
Yeah, okay. I guess I was slightly not on the road. Does Eilhart... Eilhart doesn't need to push for walls super fast because Karl Franz is going to be hanging out here for a little while. But we do need to make sure we get this army full.
So be it.
And an Empire captain. I'm remembering. A magnanimous one? One with a maimed leg? Probably not. We're going to need him to actually engage with stuff. Oh, campaign movement range for our army. Yes, absolutely.
Who calls?
So we'll move him over to Carrick Ziflin and then bring him back to Karl Franz. And then we'll go orc hunting. Now, hopefully we can convince Marienburg to let us walk through, but if not, you know, whatever. Ooh. I'm kind of surprised that the Crooked Moon's army raised Karak Asgaraz rather than just taking it back. They don't really have a lot of settlement options in the area. I kind of figured they would want that province. Karak Norn has been obliterated. I don't remember which one is Karak Norn. Oh, this must have been Karak Norn.
So
that's not good for us. The dwarf kingdom on our borders got destroyed by a goblin kingdom on our borders.
peace, just war.
Well, as much as I would prefer not having to move my armies around to chase rebellions, this is a good way to make a little bit of money and a lot of XP on our heroes. We found a scroll of power. Huh. Yeah, we don't need the replenishment. We'll just take a little bit of extra leadership. It feels to me like we might be at war pretty soon, so... Ooh, Zindler's Reichsguard. You know what? We're probably going to kick an army out of Karl Franz's army. Or kick a unit out of Karl Franz's army to get that in. So a little bit of cavalry sounds like it would be helpful. So do I think that Fildorf is actually going to stand? I suppose
You summon me.
we're not actually at war with the Crooked Moons right now. We should take advantage of that fact.
Ulrich's will.
Let's resettle and fortify this province. Alright, so now that we have the intact province, let's jack up the tax rate. Resettle. Ooh, that's Skarsnik. He's a bad dude. He's a bad dude and he has a terrifying pet. Alright, good honest steel. So we should upgrade Fildorf. Oh, I don't have the money anymore. We should upgrade Fildorf. We should get walls, you know.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Do I want to bard his warhorse? Because I... Probably. Yeah, probably. But actually, we probably need to start working on honest steel. I don't know that we'll necessarily go super far up his red line, but if we're going to be fighting that orc army, we should be ready for it. And where is my captain? Looks like the fastest way... Actually, it looks like these are both going to get us into Dwarfland pretty soon. Or we'll go around this way. It'll be easier to catch up. So, I'm going to fire one unit of swords.
I command here.
At the moment before we leave our territory, we can recruit the Regiment of Renown to fill the slot, and until then we can just leave it empty so we're paying a little bit less upkeep.
Your orders?
And actually it looks like Grungzint has not really managed to recover, or maybe they recovered and got beat up by Marienburg or something, but it looks like they actually are not going to be that much of a threat. Which is good, we have enough threats. 2 turns until a population surplus allows us to upgrade Altdorf. We won't quite have the money. But I do think it's an important upgrade to get. We could use the extra building slot. Well, I think we've managed to solidify our position significantly. We're going to have to end the episode here in a second. Assassinate Grim Ironbeard to get a giant blade. Oh, that is a pretty good weapon. I don't realistically think we can do that, though.
Yes, General. Bring me to battle. At once, sir.
Let's slightly modify their public order. Take that. Oh, hey, Wissenberg has another trade good. If only we had any trading partners. What does iron do for us? It doesn't do anything for us except give income. I was kind of hoping it might, like, alter our troops' upkeep or something, you know? Ugh, spiders. I think Kemperad is not doing a good job of maintaining their lands. The vampires are spreading corruption. I guess I don't get to see that information. Alright, let's see this quest for Gelt's magic item move forward. I could not remember his name for a moment there. Here we go with this nonsense. Well, Grunberg does have walls. It has a large garrison. Gelt can move north pretty far. I was gonna say this might be a good opportunity for us to attack the Crooked Moons and catch them off guard, but apparently we're gonna have to do something else. As Gelt suspected, the dwarves flatly refused to share their knowledge. His emissary does mention that that as he prepared to leave the hold, a gyrocopter pilot arrived with news of a greenskin warband that had attacked a dwarven trade caravan and stolen the precious Gromrill ore it was carrying. That sounds made up. Ever a planner, Gelt sends a pathfinder to the gully to assess the threat, so we have to move a character to Karak Ungor. Oh. Alright, well, that's something for the future.
By the comet.
Alright. Nuln is going to be difficult for them to challenge. Let's just move all the way up to Grunberg. We have to cross the swamp, but I think crossing land doesn't cause a lot of attrition generally. It's just ending your turn in it that's dangerous. 5,700, jeez. Okay, next turn we have the ability to improve that. Can we reach that? No, we cannot. Shoot, and there's no way we can get Marienburg to let us through.
Greetings on behalf of the Empire. Now what brings
Actually,
you here with a sheathed blade?
the thing is, I really don't want a non-aggression pact because I do want to turn on them like really badly. Well, I think we're just gonna upset them. We're gonna go to Grungzind and accept that that's gonna bug them. But we need this army to get destroyed first.
Is it time? I am Prince and Emperor. Bring me
So we'll move to here. Can we get the captain?
calls. Get training.
Does he reach? Not quite.
Summon the Elector Counts.
And we are still in our territory. We actually have a couple of... Yeah, alright. We'll fire these guys to replace them with the Tattersouls. And we'll fire one of our range units. I'm going to fire a Free Company Militia to replace them with these guys. We'll do all this stuff next turn. We'll hire all these guys and then move out in the same turn. Because I don't want to pay the upkeep. Helmgart definitely needs its walls upgraded. That's worth delaying the upgrade to Altdorf for a turn or two. Okay, and I think that's where we're going to call it. I probably should have called it, 10 or 15 minutes ago, but I was on a roll, man. I was getting stuff done. So, that's going to be it for today. Come back next time. 2 fronts are about to be at war, and frankly, I'm feeling a little bit spread thin. I think we might be in a lot of trouble. We'll see you then.